Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Go Sew Beautiful. My name's Becky, and today it's time for another episode of Friday Sews. Friday Sews was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room as a way of creating community among the sewing YouTubers and vloggers who like to share their sewing journey here on YouTube. So today I'm sharing my collaboration that I did with Izzy from Dizzy Quiilts and Sews. And we originally had planned to make the Lito dress from Seamwork Patterns, but decided instead to make something else. And Izzy suggested the Arden pants from Helen's Closet. I had never made any patterns from Helen's Closet. I do have a few, but decided I would give it a try, seeing as how I have been on this pants making expedition for the last few weeks, and I am happy to say I love this pattern. It is, here's what it looks like. It's basically a pair of elastic waisted trousers that have slash pockets, and you can make them with or without cuffs and with or without a drawstring. I had bought some nice linen from the fabric store, and it was actually a 2.5 yard piece, and this is the color. It's called Natural, and it's a medium weight linen, but it's very drapey since I've washed it and ironed it. But I was a little nervous about making this pattern that I'd never tried before, so I decided to use some white cotton sheeting that I had gotten from Fabric World, and it only cost me a few dollars, and they turned out great. I was very happy because even though they're white, it's a nice pair of pants to have for summer, and they're light enough to, they just have a very beachy feel. So let me show them to you. Now, as you know, I have been making shorts and pants and having to make alterations, usually in the crotch length, and this time I kind of was in a hurry and completely forgot about making any alterations to the crotch length. But I went by my measurements and the measurements on the pattern, and they tell you, of course, how to figure out how to decide what size to make. These are the line drawings. As you can see, they're kind of a cropped length. And there's also an elastic cuff that you can add. And then, I'm not sure, I guess you can make two different, you can make long cuffs or short cuffs. I chose to make view A without the cuff. However, I did add a drawstring to the waist, kind of by accident. So for my size, this comes in US sizes 0 to 30. It is an advanced beginner pattern, and the skills include sewing and inserting a waistband elastic, sewing trouser pockets, sewing patch pockets, and a lot of top stitching. So based on the chart here, and the finished measurements, my size came up to, it says choose your size based on your hip measurement, and my hips are about 48 inches. So I cut a size 20, which has a waist measurement of 38 inches and hips of 48 inches. So I was very comfortable with that. And they are also, it is also drafted for a person that's 5 feet 6 inches tall. And then I also looked at the finished garment measurements for a size 20, and it's pretty generous, 49.5 inches at the hip and 48 inches at the waist. But like I said, I was pretty anxious to get these cut out, and I did not make any alterations. I did not grade out. I cut a straight size 20. The only alteration I made was I took 2 inches out of the length because I am only 5'3" tall. And I probably didn't even need to do that. Sewing them up was easy. The pockets are all one piece. You basically, I'll turn it inside out and show you. So the front pockets are, you sew them, it's cut with one big piece, and then you fold them back and sew them together into the side seam. And that makes them very neat. And they are sewn into the waistband so they don't pull down. And then the back is just regular patch pockets, which you can omit if you want or not. There is a lot of top stitching in this pattern. The front center crotch seam is sewn, top stitched, and also the back. And I wasn't crazy about that idea at first, but I think it gives it a little more professional look. You can see. And since I hadn't made any alterations before I top stitched everything down, I tried them on just to see if the crotch length was appropriate, and it felt okay, even though I hadn't sewn the waistband on. So then I sewed the waistband on, and I went ahead and marked and made these 2 little buttonholes to put a drawstring through. I really didn't need to do that, but I thought it would make them look a little more beachy, and so I added that drawstring. And now I'll show you how they look. I'll model them for you. So that was me modeling my Arden pants. I'm very pleased with them, and I will be making them out of this linen fabric. The only changes I'm going to make are I did not shorten them for this particular pair of pants, and I won't be making the channel for the drawstring, but everything else, I think they will be a great pair of pants to dress up or dress down. Here in our house it gets really cold because we have to run the air conditioner because it's so hot outside, but I think they would be light enough to wear outside in the evening. As far as this top goes, as I mentioned, I made this last year. This is New Look 6871. It's actually the same pattern that I had in my last video, and I made View B. And I may have, I just realized I've been complaining about how the neckline seems to be too large, but in the picture it shows some ties at the neck. So I think I'm going to attach some little ties here, and that may help pull that in. As far as other tops I could wear with my Arden pants, in the pattern picture, even though it's a drawing, they show a cute little cropped tee and a cropped tank. And I believe there's a pattern that available from Helen's Closet called the Ashton top. I think it's a tank top that would look really cute with these pants. But I don't have any cropped shirts. The other way I thought of styling it would be to wear it with a blouse and have it tie at the waist. And I really don't have any blouses like that, but I think it would just be really cute with just a button-down shirt, sleeveless or with sleeves, even long sleeves, and then just tie it at the waist. So there's lots you can do, lots of ways to style this pattern, and like I said, I think it's going to be a TNT for me. It comes in, you know, if you lose weight, you can make a smaller size. If you gain weight, you can make a bigger size. So I think this will be a great pattern to have in my stash. So Jen always poses a question, a prompt for us to use about our sewing experience. And this week's, because it's going to be the 4th of July, which is, we celebrate Independence Day here in the States, she asked, what kind of sewer are you? How independent are you? Do you always follow the directions, or do you often find your own way of making things? For me, I usually follow the directions unless I think there's a better way. And I've done that on a couple of occasions, but most of the time I follow the directions. Recently, I was making a shirt for my husband for the He Made June challenge that Adams from Adam Sews is hosting and Lisa from One Lisa Show. And the collar directions were just not right. Actually, the directions were okay, but the markings on the pattern were off. And it kind of caused me to scratch my head a little bit, but I finally realized that they had put the markings on the pattern wrong. So I'll go over that in my video when I review the shirt next week or soon after. But if I find things like that, I definitely do my own thing. And then sometimes I don't like top stitching a certain way or things like that, but for the most part I follow the directions. So how about you? Do you follow directions closely, or do you figure things out on your own? Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think of my Arden pants and if you've tried this pattern. If you haven't, I suggest you give it a try. It really does. I really like the way it fits me, and I didn't have to make any adjustments for once. So thanks again for watching. Check out Izzy from Dizzy Quiilts and Sews. I'll put a link to her channel in the description, and also I will try to link her video in the cards. But for now, I thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you can see when I upload new videos. I hope you all are having a great week. Have a happy 4th of July. I hope you all get to see some fireworks. Stay safe and happy sewing. Go sew beautiful. Bye-bye.